The Etheria Restart global launch is happening today, and for this reason there is a 30-day challenge going on, and I'm taking part in it, which means that you play for 30 days, then you fix the account, and there is gonna be a tournament at the end. And there is a content creators part as well. So this is day 1, and basically I'm following this hyperlink charter that is in here. Now you need to collect modules, you need to do threshold, you need to do all these things to make progress. This is kind of straightforward. This is something that you do on the side. And besides being on the side and taking care of the union, now I would need a better union most likely than this one because activity is kind of low. But anyway, besides doing that, we also need to do the campaign basically. And on level 10, the anchor recon is unlocked. So this is the usual content that I do with my normal account most of the time. I think my peers don't really know what is going on. Maybe I need to create a guild myself. Maybe that would be the ideal thing. Actually, I'm considering doing exactly this. Now, yeah, ally support and so on doesn't really matter. I'm gonna use these animuses, a Sanya, and I need a 5th one that is not a healer. Either Kashi or Sibyl. I will use Sibyl for now. She's gonna use some... Yeah, and I need to fill the modules of Sibyl most likely. It's still in progress. So we got Suki on me that I don't even have in my main account, by the way. So this is new. And we're just using the basic units. I happen to pull an SR unit Sanya. And Sanya is one of the best healers because she also revives. So that's really good. By the way, some of my competitors are gonna reroll. I am not going to reroll. Simply because I don't have time. So for this reason I will just go with the flow, and I'm going for participation mainly because, you know, it's a great learning experience to restart. That's why it's called Etheria Restart, by the way. So we got this content completed, but I have doubts whether we're gonna accomplish much in this guild on the first few days. I mean, people need to figure out what they do. They have PvE focus, that's fine, but we would need to trade our union assist. You see, I think there were 2 people in there and I don't even have a red one. I already gave the other player something. Now, let's see what is going on in the members area. Oh, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? This makes little sense. So, I think I did my guild stuff for today. But I will leave. Because this is a dead guild on some level. So I just figured this out, that it's a dead guild. So mostly dead guild, I am basically the only one. So this means that I will need to leave this guild. I will figure this out how to leave this guild. It's a level 20 guild though. Leave Union. It's called Union, by the way, not guild. After leaving, your contribution and other data will be deleted and you cannot change challenge anchor recon for the rest of the day. I don't mind. I leave the union and I need to get a different union. So for now, I'm farming investigation as well because we need to level up fast, and I will need to continue with threshold and some other things as well. But for now, I need this quite badly. So Union style is supposed to be either PvE focus or competitive elite. And unfortunately all of them come with apply to join. So I will press apply to join. Basically I've completed my daily mission already. I think I could join this one. Let's see what is going on. So I couldn't check in. Let's see the members. Not the best. Not the best. Maybe what I'm gonna do is I will create a guild myself. Or union. So I'll leave this union as well. once again, I'll do competitive ally this time. Maybe that's gonna be better. Language, I don't really mind. No invitations, nothing. Worst case, tomorrow I create a union. Absolute worst case. So, we got an email. Anchor Recon, yeah, because I left the guild. Now, this pass, it's a lot easier to claim than the second run through because we have a lot of things that we go through initially. So I just basically complete the basic things. You see, weekly quests I'm already almost done. And event. Now, events are mostly completed except for the growth boost where you can claim this thing. It's this box, Ascension data memes capable of replicating. It's just a replication and it chooses 1 out of 3. So in this case you go to the inventory and it's in not fragments, not animal, it's consumables. So in the consumables you see basically you can choose 1 out of 3 and well, in this case you can get one of them. Later, I mean, I don't really mind at the moment. I have enough things to do, enough animuses to build. Now, one thing that I can do is chapter 5, because from level 10 onwards, you can do chapter 5. Chapters 1 to 4 are super easy. Now, chapter 5 is gonna be the next one. This is the club, fantasy club thing. So I will speed through this. I won't go through the conversations, I will just skip them all and complete them. Some people say that they prefer avoiding fights. The reason is that it consumes energy. So block E07, I managed to skip this. You can do the radar so that you see that there is nothing. There is the first chest that you need. These are not fights, these are just people talking. Amazing, so the first chest is already there. And yeah, some talk. And the first fight is there because the gang is thinking that that we're somewhat dangerous or whatever. So every playthrough is interesting. Oh, and on day 1 I'll delete Dorothy from the main team and add Sanya instead, because Sanya is so much better. Sanya is already in a speed build, in a purple speed build, so this means it's gonna be super good. Basically, we have Sanya, who is healing, we have Lian, who is dealing the damage, Gray for crowd control, manipulation, defense, things like this, and Tsukiyomi also taking care of our own team, buffering our own team. So hopefully this team is gonna be a good enough overall carry in most places. I'm learning Tsukiyomi right now as well, so I don't have experience with Tsukiyomi specifically. Now, let's see. So we go this way, we enter the room. I remember this room for the first playthrough and from the 0th playthrough, because there was also a demo before the first one. Now we're inside. It's so lively here that we need to go through and get the chest first. There are also investigation records that we need to see sometimes. So this is the first place. We'll also need to talk in the middle. So what's up? Yeah, it's done. We'll need to go here. And I think there is gonna be a fight, yeah, because they discovered that we were listening in, which is not ideal. So we're coming in and we're doing the fight on auto. Sanya is a bit too fast. Now, it's not a problem that she's fast, but Lian is rather slow. Still effective, somewhat effective. Okay, we're powering through the campaign. This is level 5 and I think on level 6 we'll meet Messiah. Now I don't have any sort of like great animuses yet. LDSSR or anyone. So we're going through. We need to go back up and it's we need to speak in the center right here. Amazing. And there is an other fight with Kraken. We don't have Kraken yet. It's gonna come. I remember this was a long fight back in the days. Not a bad one, not a difficult one, it was just a long one. Obviously Kraken can freeze. Now it seems like that I'm doing things better than last time because it's not even worth mentioning like this type of fight. Obviously once you know what kind of resources are worth what, it's a lot better. Also when you know how good Sanya is, then it's a lot easier to make progress this way. Now moving on, so we talk to the Hydra Bank guy and move forward. Now there is another chest in there. So let's open the chest first. And then we'll need to move this way. Okay, these are fights. So let's try to do this quickly. Good. But obviously we cannot avoid these types of events. So this is chapter 5 of the story. Looks easy. I don't know about Messiah, maybe I'll need to level up some of the modules at least. Some people think if like $50 for 23,000 diamonds, is it good? No, it's not. Like, I get 23,000 or Hydro Crystals for free. Quite easily. Now, it helps your progression, I mean, if you really want to spend that much. Personally, I don't. I mean, what's the point? By the way, this is a free-to-play challenge, so if I spend anything, I'm disqualified. Oh, insufficient stability. So then you press the tab button, at least on PC, and do this plus, and you usually purchase the very first stability for 60 most of the time, and the usual consensus is that you max refresh for at least the first day to unlock most of the game. Is there anything worth doing here? Doesn't look like it. So most likely we'll need to go and talk in the reception. Oh, there is the chest. That's what I was looking for. I had some vague memories that there was some staircase and get these things. Okay, chest. All 5 chests have been collected. It's not even hard because you can always use this radar with the R. So we went in we got the entry ticket, amazing, and we didn't even have to fight. So now we're going towards this place. So now right and left. Oh. Didn't work out, so we'll have a 10-second fight. This happens. And by the way, excellent quality of life, 1x, 2x, 3x speed. Okay, this will not be a 10-second fight because the first 2 units will buff first. Now Lian is coming. and demolishes most of the opponents. Grey is far too slow, maybe that's a problem. Okay. So moving on. Yeah, of course there is this final fight with the 4 people. By the way, red beats green, green beats blue, blue beats red. This is the final boss of this chapter 5. And then on level 13 we'll be able to unlock chapter 6. I think it's still today. It's still worth doing these fights first, because then you'll unlock some other parts of the game that will be precious initially, because your earning ability depends on unlocking some of the extra modes, especially on a Thursday, because every single time it's Thursday when the new weekly content is unlocked, and you might want to do this on Thursday. So push as far as you can, usually. So we had the talk. I think we managed to complete chapter 5. This is amazing. By the way, in this case, because of the reroll capacity, some people go as far as chapter 5, some other people do a 15-minute reroll. So this farming has been enough. I'll go to challenge and this time farm. Okay, GP outpost, that doesn't hurt. So first reason, so basically going through these doesn't hurt because I have to go through them like one by one. So I do number 1, number 2, number 3. I completely forgot that we need to unlock these things, and most likely this will do it until chapter 6, because this is one of the best things that you can do with the animals, is that you go through them once and then level up their skills. By the way, there will be perfect lattices. You might need to build Lian, but opposed to the past, I will reset Lian. So in my main game, Lian consumed all 15 lattices. And Lian is just not the best unit overall in PvP, and I'm also gonna do PvP here. Okay, so you will need to most likely reset Lian to be competitive in the arena and get back all the resources. There is a reset option, but before that you will need to build her, obviously, for getting extra Hydra crystals, extra other things, plus progression. I mean, Lian is an excellent champion for PvE progression, because most of this content was calibrated based on Lian being our carry. Except for Doki Doki. With Doki Doki you will have problems, because red is not ideal. Okay, so we're going through. One more thing is that I'm gonna get Freya, because on week 1 there is a Freya banner. It's interesting that they have their shields, the opponents, but they still don't stand a chance. As soon as I see that it's like vaguely more difficult, like just a bit more difficult, I will upgrade my units, because now I actually can. But I think there is no need for it. And by the way, every single time you level up you get extra stability. So that's why I can keep on clicking and consume that extra. I still have 58 in this case. So next one is number 4. Number 3 is actually done, and number 4 will be unlocked on level 14. Now I'm near the end of level 11. So this is the next one. Let's do the blue one. And early game is quite refreshing. So you're forced to use other units that what you have, other animals, because in my main game, like, you know, I have quite a few and I just bring the best ones. And here it's like I have started building a few, just a few, not even many. Now it's a good question whether it's worth keeping the stability for future, for 2x events. Most likely yes, which means that I will spend diamonds initially, or hydra crystals to get stability refills. So this is mandatory progression in the content. So you do levels 1, 2, 3, and once you reach the level requirement, you also do levels 4, 5, 6, and then you move forward. So this is not a time sink, it's actually important because you will need to farm these prowess, these skills. And then if you don't know what to do because there is no campaign, for example, then what you're gonna do is quite simple. You're gonna basically go to the hyperlink charter and figure out what's next. By the way, you're also gonna get Lingluo on day 7. For Lingluo, there is a charter where you need to complete missions. I have already completed the day 1 missions, they were super easy. I think I have Etheria restart videos from the past, from a couple of months ago, where you can see specifically just search for the Lingluo's event. I think it's something with charter, we will soon check it out. So if you search for Lingluo's event, then you know what the day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7 missions are. And they are still doable. I managed to do this twice, I think, both in the demo and in on my main account. So it's still easy, the progression is still kind of straightforward. And now I think we've done blue, and we could go to 4 as soon as we get to level 14. Now, what I was talking about is you go to events, and well, actually we'll do a candy party first, because we can get it before the end of the day, obviously, end of day 1. 7-day check-in is easy. It's called 7-day commission, that's where you get Lingluo. Day 1 is super easy. Clear chapter 2, done. Collect 5 map chests, done. Claim daily progress rewards 5 times, done. The 5 map chests is the campaign chest, you've just seen it on chapter 5. Green Pursuit dungeon 10 times, easy, done. If you clear one in normal, you just redo it. Any animus reaches level 30, it's also super easy, you have to do it just to make progress. So this is easy, like future days are gonna be more difficult. In the meantime, you collect achievements as usual. There are some more difficult achievements as well. And also the pass. It's super easy because these dots guide you, and these are blue dots, not red dots, so it's so much better for the eye, by the way. These events just won't go away because... Which one? I think it's a bug. That's why it's not going away. Now, let's go to the Animus area and let's run through the prowess because we managed to get some. It's what I usually do without knowing more is I check out which one has speed or which one has the skill that I badly need. In this case, it's skill 1 that has the speed. I badly need speed most of the time, so I go through this for the first skill first and develop these. Now, I'll need to research about my team composition sooner or later to know which animus to develop, which animus to not develop. Regarding Lian, eventually I'm gonna upgrade everything. I start with the 3rd skill. This 3rd skill is basically the main one that you saw with that Thunderbird. So obviously I'm going here. And then as soon as I have perfect lattices, I just go through this because I need to build Lian for some of the missions. But if there are skill 2, skill 1 and I have enough of these extra prowess upgrades, I'll do this. Sanya as well, there is nothing I could do so far. And there are some other colors. So now, for example, I'm considering building Oboro. Because first of all she's blue, and as long as I don't have Rosa, I could use her as a substitute in some places. So this is one of the options. I could also research what is going on with Oboro and on some of the websites. So Oboro build, Oboro utility, Oboro everything, SR character from Odd, that's obvious, and what use case would we have? Well, not much. Not much, really not much. No PvP, nothing really. So there are no Oboro teams, there is absolutely nothing. So maybe it's not worth building Oboro for that matter. So let me just give you the comparison, okay? So this is Sanya. I'll just go full screen. So this is Sanya. The lower the number, the better. This is the utility for Sanya for most of the things. Now just look at Oboro instead. Come on, this is still Sanya. This is Oboro. Utility T5, T4. It's really bad. So this means I might not want to build Oboro whatsoever, even if I have a duplicate, because this thing here is a duplicate. I can activate it, no problem, but that's all I do. Victor I might build sooner or later, and now I have Kraken as well, so I'll add the duplicate. So there are some options, and I pulled the Valerian, by the way, so this is also an option. So I have options to build different teams, but I'm still basically focusing on the main units. Now let's see the modules. Now speed modules, as long as I reach 12, I'm gonna do speed. And regarding the shell, I would need a speed shell for now, but a speed attack shell. So if I try to replace this, we have these ones. This is a Swift Rush Agent Lizard. Let's see. Before the host takes action, increases their attack by 400. This is not bad. But this is not a specifically attack type of Agent Lizard. Before the host takes action, selects the enemy with the lowest HP percentage and deals this amount of damage. Fine. That's Agent Lizard. What about all? Healing? No. Turn meter increase? I could consider this one, and I won't care about the blue one. So I will need speed. If anyone has speed, Agent Lizard, you know what? I'll take it. Temporarily. This is Hunger Games so far, which means that I really don't need to marry to one specific shell. It's fine. I got to level 20, I got the 2 speed, not 3 speed, just 2 speed. And, well, HP 6%, fine, but I would need to see basically what kind of what kind of basic level 1 or level 2 things you would need here. So this is Surge. What does this do? HP 6%. I mean, if they survive more, it's good, but let's first do the empowering, yeah, reconfigure. So we won't have a ton of reconfigure chips, so we need to be somewhat frugal. HP 600, no. Even if it's a better color, I don't care about fixed stats that much. Although they are kind of weak, so fixed stats are good initially. But you see how bad these colors are right now. HP 6%, defense 6%. I mean, these are good. HP once again fixed. So you can waste quite a lot. Now, attack 10%. No. This is not famous for attack. Maybe I just won't care. I mean, this may be just a waste at this stage. Defense flat again. Flat attack. So, okay, sunk cost. Let's get out of here. Now, in the meantime, let's go back to the challenge and let's see what to get. So GP outpost, but while doing GP outpost, it's also possible to do green pursuit. So right now the best I can do is hard. Now I'm not gonna farm these. Neither Jacques. I'm not gonna farm any of these. We need to move forward to Apate or anyone else. So this means that I will rather farm GP outpost, for example red GP outpost. I cannot do this yet, but I can basically invest a couple of continuous battles into this just for the sake of it. So it's a bit overpriced, but I need to make progress, so I'll just do this, at least for now, until I get better shells. But for better shells I need higher levels. So essentially all I need to do is earn as much stability as possible. So these are the auto battles, they're gonna run in the background. It's kind of pathetic to farm level 3. But hey, what can I do? I'm gonna continue with Hollow. So green. Instead of Tsukiyomi I could bring someone else, but it's fine. And as soon as I get to a higher level, I'll be able to farm better things. And then on level 13, chapter 6 is gonna be unlocked. So that's what we're doing. With level 12 we got some extra stability as well. So we unlock these 3 levels. This is level 2 and then level 3. So between levels 10, experienced levels 10 and 13, you unlock these 15 stages and just do them. And in the meantime you farm something, shells, modules, whatever that you think may be useful. Usually farming Doki Doki doesn't hurt, but we would need to get to Doki Doki hard. So after normal there is hard, and then hard you get better Swift Rush. You will need Swift Rush. That's the speed set. So hopefully this is exciting. Just to restart once again from scratch. And you see how easy this content is, even with 4-star animuses. And you know what you may think about this? Is that you have all these 6-star level 50 animuses, that all these maxed out units. And then the question is why? Okay, this was kind of quick. So the question is why? Because the issue is that sometimes even lower level units are kind of usable. So let's go back to the challenges and let me farm a bit of Doki Doki. I can try hard one. So let's see. For these golden modules initially. Purples drop 2. But golden modules are even better. And with Sanya included, the only problem is that my... wait, this is Terromaton. Okay, I'll do Terromaton hard one, not a problem. So Sanya, Dorothy, get the hell out of here. And I use Sibyl for now. Or Kashi. Let's see. Okay, let me use Kashi for now. Doesn't matter. First I use Sibyl. And then as soon as I lose, I will know that essentially I will need to add more modules and shells. So I wanted to click on the left tentacle, not on the main one, because it is the left tentacle that you want to attack first, then the central one. With autoing, so with auto fight, the issue is that Sanya... Oops. That Sanya unfortunately does the main healing, and we would need this healing right now. So maybe hard one is not on auto, hard one is supposed to be manualed. We're not doing well at all. But it's not a problem when we lose. We understand that we need to level up for hard one, so it's a long shot to do hard one. Same thing with Doki Doki, by the way. So this means that we'll need to farm normal. We lost 1 stability and basically we got back 9 out of 10. So it's not a problem. This is exactly the part where I'm a bit undecided at times on what to farm exactly. Normal 3 is easy. So maybe we're still normal. I'll do normal 3 for Doki Doki and get a couple of seed rushes just in case. For purple ones. And I upgrade them to level 9. Let's see, exit battle first. Yeah, exit battle because I need to check what is going on with the modules. So this is there. Leon has all the modules that she needs. Grey 2, Sanya 2. Dorothy is not an important one. Okay, let's go to a triple view. So these are the main units. We need to see Kashi and the Sibyl basically. And I think I haven't done much. Yeah, it's completely empty. So in this case, what you need to do is basically check out what kind of build you would prefer. So what Kachi is known for is, so there are 3 skills. The third skill, this one, Heroic Strike, unleashes the hidden power and triggers a large explosion, dealing damage, decreasing turn meter, and 25% minus 1 turn. So this is turn meter control. Not the best unit, but we have to live with something. Energizes an ally with energy supplements, 100% turn meter. Okay, so turn meter control. Also red, so when upgrading the skill, we will need to do certain things. Now, what do you think a turn meter control would need? 2 things. Speed and survivability, which means HP and defense. So I'm gonna secure the speed first, which means it's gonna be some sort of a speed build. For example, this one. Just slowly add to level 6. Out of these 4, I will use this one. The build is still kind of pathetic. But this means we might need to farm Doki Doki more. Is this serious? Okay. So HP and resistance, fine. I would rather use this one because of the main stat, not because of the substat. Now the problem is that we might need to use essentially green ones. Which never ends well. So I will build this kind of Kachi, fine. Just to level 6. Now prowess, let's not get into this. Shell, let's check the loadouts. Anything that gives speed. And if nothing gives speed, this means that I'll need to farm. Yeah, nothing really gives speed. So this means that I will just mount a random one. And also star upgrade. Yeah, add all and upgrade the star. A couple of times. just to level 15. Now prowess. We already have the 5 duplicates. I mean, this is a temporary stopgap solution. These resources that I'm sacrificing are kind of cheap. I also do the cheapest. And this one? Fine. So that was Kashi. And I think I can use her now. A regular R unit. So you will need micro lattices for it. Maybe you disagree with using Kashi altogether. But actually, if you check out her review, in PvP she's not bad. Doki Doki is T4, it's bad. But in PvP her usage is not the worst. Initially, when I don't have anyone better. She's kind of useless for Doki Doki, she's kind of useless for Terumaton T4. Still there, she deals some damage, she does something. And whatever she does with turn meter control, her utility I think is better than what the website says. Based on what options I have. Because I have a heavily overpowered Lian. And I have some other buffers, debuffers. That I can use basically to make progress. Oh, and I forgot to bring Sanya. That's bad. So if you compare Dorothy to Sanya, that's another question that I might need to check. So Dorothy is kind of the basic healer unit that doesn't revive. And I need to figure out where Sanya is. Not Lingluo, I'm checking Lingluo in the meantime on the other screen. Sanya, there is Sanya, there you go. And the idea is that if you check Dorothy's utility, especially in terms of Doki Doki, it's T3. It's not that high, so basically T3. Let's see. Doki Doki. Regarding Sanya, her utility is off the charts for most things. Doki Doki T1, Terumaton T1, generic PvE T0.5, PvP T0. That's why I'm still using Sanya for PvP. Union boss, other things as well. See, so always use Sanya, no matter what you do. Now, Aurora T3, but Dorothy is worse even there. So from now onwards we can just forget Dorothy. You can still use T3s and T4s whenever you don't have anyone better. And this means that now we can farm basically Doki Doki normal 3. I'm a bit risk evasive at the moment, but it's fine, I just need to burn through the stability. Now, what I'm gonna do is, it doesn't hurt to have 80 stability invested in some purple gear that is speed related. Now, I can still get rid of Dorothy and bring Sanya instead, and the background battle will commence. Okay, now one thing that we can do is continue doing the achievements, obviously. And then as soon as we have enough summons, I will get a Freya. Because I should be really close. Also the pass. There you go. Summons. How many do we have? Exactly 10. Where is the pity? Oh, not this one, but the probabilities about the rules. 8. So you know what, I will go one by one because I will need those summons elsewhere. So this won't work. Fine. Within 8 we're gonna get someone. Oh no, exactly, we're gonna get Freya. Tough luck. It seems like we're gonna hit PT. Too bad. We got a Kraken at least. A dupe. 7th, I need to build Kraken by the way. And now we're gonna get Freya. How surprising. It's gonna be gold. There you go, that's gold. Previous it was blue. I'm wondering who we got. Who else? Freya. So, at least now I know how to play with Freya, so we're gonna have to build her as well. We got the achievement because we collected someone else. And the module matrix, so we're collecting some extra resources. And for orientation, you can always check the hyperlink charter, what is coming. So Commission Chronicles, defeat Jacques on like normal or higher 5 times, and I need to defeat Jacques once more. I can defeat him on hard. I cannot do continuous battle because it's going on, but while the continuous battle going on, hint, raid, please do this because your game sucks. Now, you know why. Because you do background battles, right? Automated, but you cannot battle anywhere else. You know why this is happening? It's most likely because of the information representation. In the data modeling, Etheria Restart development team was smart enough to clone the current standings of the units. Clone, therefore they can go and battle. So you have an information representation to clone all the stats, gear and everything else, a snapshot of it at the start of the battle. Then they can do the battle. And once the battle ends, in the data model, basically they get the rewards, and then that basically data, that snapshot is just deleted. So these are not the units that you have that are fighting, but a clone of them in the data model. Raid doesn't have that most likely, and what Raid does is that they use the real references in the database for your units, so you cannot even touch those units, you cannot even upgrade those units. It's a stupid decision, engineering wise. But it's not hard to fix. Even Era of Chaos has this. Now, we got this, so we got the main rewards, and usually we get more rewards once we go to the next level, you see. And we got a purple lattice already. So Terromaton normal 2 or higher 10 times, we need 8 more. So it's not Doki Doki that we're gonna do the Terromaton next time. But auto battles are still running. Shell tuning. We've done this, we've collected the rewards. So we can move on and maybe do something else like carries unique shells, this is amazing. Ascend unique shells twice. Green Pursuit up at a normal or higher 10 times. It's gonna come, I think, on next level. Let's see if there is anything else unlocked. It's level 12 still. Investigation, there are new levels. 8, 9, 10. Fantasy Club. Yeah, because we did chapter 3. Or no, chapter 5. So we need to fight our way through these 3 investigation levels. This is the first one. And while it's running, the auto battles will finish, so we'll be able to do 8 more Terromatons. So Sanya is already there. Freya is gonna be built. But you know, I need investigation for Freya. Let's see how easy this is. There are 2 waves, by the way, this is just the first wave. Okay, you did it. So first Lian comes, then Grey, and basically they clear everyone. And if they take a hit, then they get healed by Sanya. So it's intended this way. Not bad for an Etheria restart. We're restarting. But I need to move away from Lian, by the way, in the future. So the issue is that if I recreate my same reality in the game again, because I know how to play with Lian, I will not do much in PvP. So day 1 progression is going on. Okay, investigation 8 is done. Now investigation 9 and 10. Interesting for the numbering. I don't know why we have 9 and why we have 10. A couple, like, it's not divisible by 3, the 8, 9, 10. So you always know what to do, more or less, initially. Burn through stability. I'm thinking what is better, this camera angle or the raid camera angle on the side. In Godforge we could basically compare both of them. So you see that these two waves are still super easy. And then wave 10 is gonna be easy as well. And it's better to farm wave 10 in exchange for the same 10 stability than wave 7. So that's why we're moving forward. In this specific playthrough I will play a bit differently than normal, because I know that this experiment will end in a month. And by then I will have to deplete all my resources. So hoarding doesn't make much sense. The only thing I will hoard is stability refreshes, because of the 2x events. And I'm expecting to have exactly one 2x event. So then I might want to burn through the stability as well. Okay, so Fantasy Club Part 110. This is stage 10 already. That's the last one, and this is a farmable stage. And you know what is gonna happen? All this is gonna go into Freya. We might not even want much healing or anything at all at this stage. So maybe bringing Sanya here is a bit of a waste, because we're not getting damaged at all. It's just a delay. Okay, we're done with stage 10. And I'll be able to move to chapter 6 quite soon. It's Fantasy Club Part 2, main quest 6.62 is needed. Okay, let's see what else we can do. So some achievements can be collected as usual. And well, in the Animus part you can check out Freya. So she's kind of new. And let's see, this is not the speed, this is defense, and oops, that was a misclick. This one is the speed. Now the problem is that the second skill buffs and the third skill attacks and debuffs, if I remember correctly. Let's see the third skill. What does this do? Okay, 2-turn attack plus on all allies, then deals 4 hits of 55% damage to all enemies, with each hit having a 25% chance to inflict a 2-turn nightmare on them. Yeah, so it debuffs. Takes 12% more damage, so it's like a damage extra. Okay, so this is the third one. And the second skill is a buffing round. So Freya applies defense plus and dream weave to the allies for 2 turns with a 35% chance to apply an additional 1 stack. Okay, shell. I think Freya will go with speed. This is quite straightforward. What kind of build do we have? So in the builds area, I'm suggested to go with either Swift Rush and Strive or Swift Rush and Bulwark. What is in common is Swift Rush. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to do that. No, actually I am. There is Agent Lizard. Now, Agent Lizard is kind of a beginner shell. Select the enemy with the lowest HP. Okay, it doesn't matter what this does. The thing that matters is the Swift Rush. If I had a triple Swift Rush anywhere, I would use it. But for now, I will mount Swift Rush. Just because of the matrix. For the reconfiguring, we didn't even get to level 2. Okay, module. So we will need as much Swift Rush as possible. That's why we went to Doki Doki, because we needed a new unit. So I don't mind what's in here. That's a double Swift Rush in itself. It's good. I'll add 2 more levels. Too bad. I only have single Swift Rush. With speed. That's good news. I'm going to level 9 at the moment, so maybe level 6 works too. Let's see the comparison. Accuracy, attack, and just flat HP. I will use this one, and it's a double one as well, so obviously I use this. Okay, I add 3 more to it, because Freya is a key character. Now, this is gonna be important, but we don't have enough speed modules. I'll take it no matter what. HP is quite good. Survivability. We'll go to level 9, we can afford it. Extra accuracy, that doesn't hurt. Now, we need 2 more Swift Rush modules that are currently unoccupied. Or, let's see the matrix, it's 9. I would badly need a double Swift Rush. Here we can get something. I don't even mind what. Let's see the Freya build. So what kind of stats do we need? HP, defense, accuracy. So we also need accuracy. And with the extra speed, this helps immensely. I won't go beyond 6. And now we'll need to shop for a double. So this is a double Swift Rush on Tsukiyomi. So let's see Tsukiyomi if we can take this away. It's exactly 12, so we cannot. Let's see Lian. She's an onslaught. Kashi has a 6 Swift Rush. And none of these are double. But you know that we don't need more Swift Rush. So essentially I can take this away, unload, and give her anything I want. It doesn't matter. In fact, I can give her Unbreakable. Like this. Well, at least with something better. So by giving her Unbreakable, in the matrix nothing changed. Actually, I could have given her Onslaught because there is Onslaught, but she doesn't need Onslaught. So now we have Swift Rush Unbreakable. Nothing changed because 6 doesn't reach 8. And then this means that Freya can go and get that specific Swift Rush module. This one. And with this we're getting to 11. and we need one more. So this means that we need to get someone else off of Swift Rush here, or we need the double Swift Rush. Where was the double Swift Rush? Currently nowhere. So this means that we'll need a double Swift Rush. Let's see Sanya. So Sanya has an exactly 12 Swift Rush. That's kind of unfortunate. She's missing that one Swift Rush here as well. Now Freya needs more speed, but I think I can wait just a bit. And the rest didn't even get any modules. So sometimes you have these kinds of issues. One option that I can do before moving forward, let's see, we're done with this. So we got the extra Swift Rush module, by the way, and we need to go to Terromaton sooner or later to make progress, but this time I'll invest a bit more into getting some more Swift Rush because that's gonna be important.